Hi Aquarius, welcome to your December 2020 reading. I'm Gemstone Tarot and you are Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross-Watcher. We don't discriminate. If you're here, you probably got a message coming, okay? Kat joins us, that's Princess Leia, who you can hardly see. You can see a bit of her head. She's the black and white cat. I've also got a black cat, Valentine, who is downstairs having a snooze. There will be an extended reading as normal and the link will be in the description box, and I am using, whoa, Hierophant and the Moon in the shuffle. I am using, what's it called? I've given it such a big build up. What is it called? Morgan Greer. The Morgan Greer Tarot. It's a vintage one. I'm only saying because a lot of you ask me and then I forget. So yeah, I'm using the Morgan Greer and it feels top and bottom for this one. Oof, what do we need to know? My lovely Aquarians, coming into December 2020. Gosh, what are the energies that we're playing with here? Love life, career, the whole shebang. Okay. You might be feeling a bit, what is the word that I'm looking for? Lost? Like there are things that are not quite happening for you, or that you're waiting for something, or you want to hear from somebody or something. Let's have another look. I get a lot of stagnation and indecision, which is not a very Aquarian thing. Aquariuses are normally quick at making decisions and doing something about it. Whew. What do we need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising. Gosh, Aquarius. There's something stopping, yeah. There's something stopping your progress with something or someone. Got two overall energy cards and they are major arcana. The Hermit with Justice. That is some big, serious energy right there, okay? Now the Hermit in this current climate for me has also become a card that represents anything to do with the lockdown, okay? And that is at different stages in different countries, but most people are experiencing some form of rule, regulation, restriction. It feels like, I don't want to say you're on your own, but it feels like you're making sense of a situation. It could be a personal relationship or a work situation with a group of people. If it's a personal relationship, I'd say there were other people involved in it. Not necessarily a third party, although for some of you there might be here. But there was conversations and complications, you know, probably arising over the period where we were in Mercury retrograde, October the 14th to November the 3rd. We also have an eclipse, I think, on the 14th of this month. And we had an eclipse on the 30th of November. So you may have heard something towards the end of November that has you shook, as they say, okay? Or at least has caused you to question heavily a relationship, a job, a situation, your relationship to the world, your relationship to other people, to what you do, to what they're doing, all of those things, okay? We've got some characters in this reading. We've got a few characters in this reading. I've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is you needing quite a lot of patience and staying power and faith in yourself and where you're coming from in the light of quite a lot of difficulty from other people, okay? Alongside this, I've got the Page of Swords, And the Page of Swords is a card which represents social media, people talking, borrowed conversation, overheard, rumours, gossip, fake news. In the positive sense, it can be, you know, whispers about what's happening. For example, if you're in a work situation and there's some what they call restructuring going on, which very often means redundancies or something much, you know, more real than the way they put it, you start to hear whispers of it. You start to hear rumours. You start to see people behaving a bit differently. You see weird emails, you know, whatever that is. If it's about a personal relationship, it's a similar vibe, you know, you start to hear things. Very much start to see things on someone's social media. This card means that, definitely. And I think I could say it gives you pause, you know. This gives me pause, which kind of means I'm not sure about this. You're not sure about something. And there is a need for you to gather data, to gather information. When you see the Hermit, and this could also be if you're working from home when you would normally be at work, if you're in a relationship where lockdown is making you spend more time on your own, or the opposite, you know, you've locked down with somebody else. I think that's less likely, actually. This is more of a situation that feels to me like there is some sense of detachment rather than attachment. I feel like the Hermit, where he goes into a cave and he spends time on his own, then he gathers the information without distraction from other people, without distraction from nice food, you know, and relationships and contact. The Hermit is someone who chooses to not be in too much contact with other people. Now look, you're an Aquarius, you rule the group. In astrology, you're very good at organising other people, you know, clubs and societies and get-togethers and parties and all that kind of stuff. You may benefit in December, and that's a strange thing because it's the holidays and all of that stuff, but somehow there is a thread of you finding out who your true friends are. And that includes colleagues, it includes friends, and it includes lovers, okay? You find out who's, you know, on your side and who, frankly, is not. But this is not a fast process, and I would imagine that the eclipse on the 14th will give you something, okay? It will release something. It will open some channels where you get to find stuff out. But it will also not be very simple. In other words, it's not like someone just tells you the truth and you just get to know and you're like, right, now I know, okay? It feels very whispers, rumours, sideways, see this, see that. Normally, I would say it's not a good idea to be looking at other people's social media that you're involved with, you know, and I'm certainly not telling you to spy on someone, but a quick glance might not go amiss, okay? If that's what you want to do, just be careful because sometimes that kind of behaviour can go wrong, you know. But just do what you normally do, okay? Do what you feel comfortable with, but take a note. Be on the lookout for data about making decisions about your relationships with people, okay? Because we've got also the Two of Swords. It's not a time to jump either way. I don't think you're going to make a complete decision about this in December. I feel like this takes you into 2021. The outcome may not be bad either, but it's just getting there, you know? Two of Swords, the person has a blindfold on. They can't see which way because there isn't a way right now. You've got the Ace of Swords crossed over. This is true and that's true. It's one of the most difficult things when you are faced with this is true and that's true. Everything is true. It's just how you value it, okay? Who's with you? How do you feel about it emotionally? Okay, not the easiest question. Now, in the middle of the reading, that juicy Three of Swords is there. Triangulation, it could be betrayal. I don't know if it's as strong as betrayal. For some of you, there's a third party in a situation. If it's to do with a job, there's another candidate for that job. You know, it's you and them and another person choosing. For others of you, there could be a cuckoo in the nest in terms of someone undermining you in some way. If it's a relationship, there could be a third party. That third party could be a person, and it is for some of you, or it could be this person's job, work, lack of commitment, whatever it is. Okay, just for one or two of you, I've got two queens in my reading. One of them is you, Queen of Swords, male or female, but one of them isn't. Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands for me as a tarot reader can represent competition from another person, force or thing, okay? It's going to play out differently for each of you because it is a general reading, but it's competition. For some of you, it is competition. It's a third party, an ex, a friend, you know, or something else about that person. Someone else who is connected to that person. For others of you, could be family group or friend group, okay? But certainly there are a person or persons who's not entirely on your side. Now, I'm not saying they're sort of out to get you and, you know, all that sort of stuff. And Aquarians are very balanced in this respect. You tend to find Aquarians are very fair-minded when dealing with people because you rule the dealing with people in the horoscope. But there is a delay, Hanged Man. The Hangman and the Two of Swords go together. This is the major arcana version of the Two of Swords. There's a reason why you are the Hermit in this reading. You need to gather your nuts. You need to gather the data, okay? You need to notice. You need to notice what's going on. I would say, and I'll have a look in the extended reading about how they feel, what's going on, secrets, that kind of thing, but also how you can move forward with this. But I would say definitely to move forward, don't. And that sounds weird, but that's what the Hanged Man is, okay? He chooses to stay suspended. He chooses to be there. He also has his crown chakra lit because he's learning. He's evaluating, he's taking stock, but he's doing it upside down because he wants to see it from a different perspective. Be very open-minded about this situation because I'll be honest with you, apart from the Three of Swords, which is a bit of a forbidding, was that the right word? It's a grim-looking card, let's just put it that way. But apart from that, I'm not getting like a wholly negative vibe about this. So I wouldn't leap into the whole someone is double-crossing me thing, and I don't necessarily get, you know, the nasties here. But I do get the need for you to notice, the need for you to be cautious and to gather your information, to stick it under your cloak, to be ready for the new year, okay? King of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I don't think so many of you are. King of Pentacles is somebody who can be a boss. They can be someone who has influence in your life. They can be your significant person. If they are, then they are quite sort of steady as a person, okay? But I kind of think as well that you are going to need to become that King of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Pentacles at the beginning where you needed to be patient and draw on your reserves and not necessarily make any big moves or big revelations to people. But also with that King of Pentacles, yeah, it feels like you need to progress to that. I'm just going to take... Oh. The Nine of Cups. Interesting card. The Nine of Cups is where you're deciding from a very deep level what's going to make you happy, okay? What's going to work for you? Nine of Cups. What will work for me? What do I need? Who's in and who's out? Who's real and who's fake? What's true and what's not for me, okay? You will not get the whole answers in December. You will get whispers on the breeze. You will, sorry, I thought I had some sort of jam on my top. You will get whispers on the breeze. You'll get rumours that are worth listening to, okay? Normally I'd say dismiss it out of hand. Don't fully jump in and believe it. Try not to react, but do pay attention. Okay, itchy nose. So in the extended reading, we're going to look at how they feel about you. If it's in terms of a relationship, we're going to look at what the secrets might be. Oh my God, you get such a good card. Soulmates. No one, hardly anyone gets that card, Aquarius. What's going on? How long has this been going on? What's going on? What's going on is like, that's probably going to be the title of your video. Okay, what is going on? I'm going to go do the extended. The link will be in the description box. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.